Welcome to today's live. Welcome. This is Wanjiro USA again. I'm so glad to be here and to be in this live. Yes, something that gives me joy is when I come to this live and I get to communicate with you. Hey, our topic today is communication and pleasant words. Communication and pleasant words. Hey, welcome again. This is Wanjiro USA, your platform number one. Always, yes, feel cherished here. Feel a good space to be, a space where we talk about positivity, a space where we give positive vibes. How can you do positivity, talk about positivity, positive vibes without pleasant words? Communication and pleasant words. Welcome again. Karibuni sana. In Swahili we say karibuni sana. Yes, so I want to welcome all of us here this live today. Yes, it's gonna be fabulous communication, and present words. Communication is key. I mean, can you imagine if we were in a world without communication? Can you imagine in a world where it's all about negative vibes, yani unkind words? Can you imagine such kind of a world? Hey. Yeah, so I welcome you to today's live. Yes, welcome again. Feel appreciated to be here. When you join this live, say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. Yes, welcome. Yes, I want to open this live with some words from the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs 16:24. What does it say? Yeah? The book of Proverbs 16:24. It says that present words, present words, yes, that is Proverbs 16:24. Present words are as an honeycomb. Can you imagine? Sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Present words. Yes, thank you for those who are here in this live. Welcome. Please like this video, join in, and welcome. This is Wanjiro USA. Karibuni again. Yes, I'm talking about communication and using present words. Why? Because here in this channel I spread about positivity. I talk about positive vibes. I mean, can you imagine a world with all unkind words? Oh my goodness, how would we live? We need kind words. We need present words. And imagine the book of Proverbs 16:24. It says that the present words are as a honeycomb. Honey, honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Hey, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. I don't know how really some people are able always like to use unkind words. How? Because this is very simple. Like, it is sweet to the soul. Who doesn't want to hear kind words? Who doesn't want to be told, well done, you can do it? Who doesn't want to hear that? Who doesn't want to feel appreciated? Nobody. Because it is good to the soul and health to your bones. Can you imagine how words can be strong? And that's why in today's topic, we are focusing on communication. Yes, welcome. So like this video, drop a comment. Thank you. I see Boss Mass. Yes, God's Sabbath day is today. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, it is today. So nice to have you here. Yes, and welcome. Yes, today is 6:17 p.m. here. Welcome again. Yes, and feel appreciated to stop by and stick here and like the video. Don't leave without liking the video because it's very important. Make sure you share this with your friend. Tell them to come and join us. Hi Cynthia, how are you? Hi GBE. Hi, say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. This is 10 USA. Again, I'm coming live to you. Yes, and our topic tonight is communication and pleasant words. Yani, we are thinking about positive vibe. I always say that positivity is a choice. Positivity is a choice. Can you imagine being in a world where it's all abusive words? Can you imagine being in a world where it's all demeaning words? Yeah, yani words that cannot build, words that cannot encourage, words that cannot exhort. Can you imagine being in a world like that? Can you imagine being in an environment, even in your own space, where there's no positivity? My goodness, that can be disastrous. And that's why we are saying pleasant words. Think about it. From Proverbs 16:24. They are what? The word has told us they are sweet to the soul. Who? Can you imagine how you usually feel good when you are appreciated, when you're told, you know, you have done so well, when you are praised? Pleasant words. They are good to the soul and health even to the bones. Yani, if you are here and your bones are aching, my friend, you need to think really the environment surrounding you, because it may not be a case of just, you know, arthritis or some illness. It is just maybe the environment you are in. The environment is not conducive. The environment always make you feel building up pleasure, stress. You're never happy because of the environment that you are in. Yani nobody notices you. Nobody say, you know what? You're doing well. Just imagine being in such an environment. Yes? Just imagine being in a platform where it's all abusive language. That's not good. That's not good. I mean, life is so short. I mean, we need to hear more of positivity, more of good vibe. And even if it's correcting, there is a better way of correcting people, not like demeaning people, not like pulling people down, not like making people feel bad about themselves. No, there is a better way. So let me tell you guys, this platform, it is all about that. It's all about spreading positivity, spreading positive vibe. Yeah, talking how encouragement, inspirational messages. It's all about that. And today, we are talking about communication. Let me tell you, among the so many things that you cannot take back, one of it are the words that comes out of your mouth. The words that come out of your mouth, they are very important. Is your word constructive or is it destructive? Are your words building or are they destroying? Are your words encouraging or are they demolishing? Where are you? Where are you in this life? Are you bringing or spreading kindness? Are you spreading love through your words? You know, words are very important. How we talk, how, leave alone many things. Let's focus on our talk. Yeah, this mouth. How we talk matters a lot. Yes, welcome. I want to welcome you again to this platform. Make sure you like the video. Yes, like, and share. And let me know where you're watching me from. Yes, so nice for those who have joined in. and they have said hi. Yes, let me know where you're watching me from. It is such an awesome moment. We are talking about communication. We are talking about our words. Are they present words? Yeah. Are they words that build or they destroy? Are they words that are people really feeling comfortable being near you? Do people feel comfortable being near you? Or you are the kind of a person you're like, oh my goodness, people want just to stay away from environment that sometimes they are not conducive. Notice Proverbs 16:24. What did it say? That your word, when they are present words, they are healthy to the bones. And I said this, that probably what you're suffering, if you're suffering with bone aches, or you're feeling some pains in your wrist or whatever, maybe, who knows, maybe it's not even a health condition per se, arthritis or something. It's just because you're surrounded by people who always, talk words that are not pleasant. Hey. So today we are talking about communication. Communication is very key. I mean, we live in a world and we have to communicate. Yes, you have to communicate with the people who are near you. You have to communicate when you go outside and you visit, you're buying something in the store. In one way or another, there must be a communication happening in your life. Yeah? If not within a minute or a second, you will not stay for long without communicating. And so we are talking about the words that we use. The words that we use. So welcome again. This is 10 USA, your platform number one. Yes, tonight's or today's, by the way, here it's night, it's dark. Here is dark already, it's 6:24. It is dark. Yes, wherever I am. So we are talking about communication and our words. What comes out of your mouth? Let me give you another proverb. This one is actually Ephesians 4:29. It says what? Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths. Let not corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up. Building up. So your communication must build up, must construct and not destroy. Your communication must build, must bring life and not like death. Your communication, it must be good for building up. One, it must fit the occasion. The occasion. Wherever you are, it matters what you're going to say. It matters a lot. Yeah, I remember today I was sharing children's story, and I really struggled thinking like what I gonna share with the kids, considering, it was different age groups. So I was thinking of this topic, and then I asked my mom, do you think this topic would be good to speak to this congregation? And she gave me a very good advice. She told me, thinking about this topic, it may not be suitable probably for this occasion. Why? Because this is a topic that it might be suitable with this age group. So not everything that you're supposed to talk everywhere. Yeah? So whatever you talk must be suitable for the occasion. Whatever you talk must be suitable for the occasion. So you can't just come in a, like you're talking to small children and then you want to talk about the adult things. And that's why even in this YouTube channel, every time that I'm coming live, you have to confirm, is this message suitable for young kids or for adults? Communication is key. Yeah, so whatever I'm bringing you, is it suitable for all ages? Is it suitable for small kids? Is it suitable for adults? For YouTube, you have to confirm. Is it going to be suitable for young kid? You have to confirm, because not everything that we bring online or we speak publicly really requires small kids to hear. Yes, so communication is key, and we are saying what? One, whatever you communicate, you need to know, is it good for the occasion? Yes, is it good for the occasion? So one, is your communication for building up? Is it building up or is it destroying? If you know that whatever you're saying is trash, you know, it's not building, it's not adding any value, why talk about it? Anyway, we are in the world where mostly people don't care. Some people will talk, and they will talk. Whether it build or destroy, it doesn't matter. But we are saying, is your communication for building up? So Ephesians 4:29 says, your communication must be for building up. Second, it must fit the occasion. Must fit the occasion. Third, it may or it must give grace to those who hear. Yani those people who are listening to you. Those people who will hear those words. Your communication must give grace. It must be graceful. As I was saying, you know, I don't know whether you have met someone and you're like, oh, you listen to how they talk. You're like, no. You don't even feel comfortable like approaching them. Why? Because of the way they talk. Let me know. Yeah, you can chat there. You can communicate with me and let me know. How do you feel about communication and use of present words? Yes, how does it come to you? Because I think, you know, even when we go like for occasions, like public occasions, sometimes we sit down, especially if you're a visitor or you are new to the place, you're new to the people. First of all, you'll sit down and you'll want, first of all, to observe, you'll want to listen, and you want to know how are people responding and talking to issues. And there are people to you where you may feel comfortable getting close to them. Why? Because of the way they talk. There are other people whom you will be like, oh, no, I don't think I want to be close there. Why? Because it's the talk, the communication. It's not graceful. Yes, GB Kilin, how are you? Hi. Thank you for being here. Yes, so we are saying communication, your communication, for it to be words that are pleasant to the soul, that are healthy to the bones. One, your communication, your talk, your words, you have to ask yourself, are they building? Are they destroying or building? Are they adding any value or they are devaluing? Yeah? Is your talk fit for the occasion? Is your talk graceful? Is it graceful for those who are going to listen and to hear? Have you ever listened to some things and you're like, you want to close your ears? Because it's not graceful even to the ears. So we are talking about communication and the use of pleasant words. It's very key in positivity, in positive vibe. Yeah, it's all about positivity. As we talk about positivity is a choice. You cannot be in an environment where it's all negativity and you tell me you're building up. You tell me that you're getting nourished. Yeah, in a way, you can be nourished, but in which way? Yeah, in which way? How are you being built up? Yeah? How are you being built up? Yes, welcome to this channel. This is Wanjiro USA, again, your platform #1. It's all about positivity. This is where we say positive vibes all the way. Positive vibes all over the way. Thank you for being here and thank you for joining today's live. Yes. So today's topic is about communication. Yeah. Communication. Yeah, and use of present words. We have did by Proverbs 16:24. Present words. Present words are as a honeycomb. Yani uki, honey. We talk of honey. I don't know whether you use honey, but I love using honey. I have substituted sugar with honey. I love using honey. Honey is sweet. Honey is yummy. So present words, they are like honey. They're sweet as honey. Present words. And also, they are health to the bones. So thinking about that, I can only imagine what happens when even we are going through like stress or depression. When people are going through stressful moments, you feel like your body is aching. Sometimes you may feel like you're sick and you don't know where you're sick. Why? Because of stress. But what happens from this when you hear sweet words? When you're encouraged, when somebody comes and cheer you up, what happens? Your bones come back to life. Because present words, yeah, they are healthy to the bones. Yes. So we are thinking about the words we use, and we are learning something, that the words that come out of our mouth, because the moment you release a word, it cannot be taken back. Yes, it can't be taken back. And that's why it's very important, yeah, to guard what comes out of our mouth, to think before even we talk. It is very important. Before you communicate, before you respond to an issue, think. And one aspect, actually, I have led, one aspect of communication is active listening. Are you a listener? Do you listen more? Do you listen more, or you are quick to talk? Because if you're quick to talk, you'll not give yourself time to think. So guys, imagine as I talk to you, I am actually thinking about myself, and I'm like, I need to be a better listener. Because if there are areas that we fail in, my goodness, it's just listening. We are like so quick to talk and less listeners. And you cannot be a good communicator. You cannot be a person who will gracefully talk unless you listen well, or you are an active listener. So even as I think about this topic and the importance of communication and how we ought to do it, for you to be a good communicator, you have to be a good listener. You have to listen. You have to listen. Listening more. That is something, I must tell you, that is something I feel like myself, I need to work on more. Like I need to be a good listener. There are people who you find and they will just give you an ear. And I don't know whether you have met these people whereby if you have an issue to share, like this person just listen to you. They will not even say anything. They will not even give any opinion for the time being. They will just give you their ears. They just listen to you. And you can talk, you talk, and they're just listening. They are just active listeners. And the moment they open their mouth to talk, whatever they say will be very graceful, like will be very, constructive. It will build you because they have listened carefully, they have paid attention. So the moment they open their mouth, they're like, oh, you will be built up by whatever they say. Active listeners. So one aspect we have really to learn is to be good listeners. I must admit, I have to be a good listener. I don't think I'm really good. Hi Alex, how are you? Thank you for being here. Today's topic is communication and use of pleasant words. Communication is very key. I mean, we communicate all the time. We communicate. It can be either verbal or non-verbal. I'm telling you, it can be either verbal or non-verbal. Yeah? You know, there are people who would say maybe so-and-so does not communicate, is not gifted to communicate. But there are people who communicate non-verbally. You don't have to say a word, but you can as well communicate in other ways. So we are focusing on communication and learning how graceful it needs to be for those who are hearing it. Thank you for those who are in this live. Please like this video, like video. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate Alex. Thank you for being here. And thank you for liking this video, because the moment you like a video, you actually enable the YouTube. I hear something called algorithm for it to suggest this video to many other viewers. So if you're learning something about communication, yeah, thank you for the loves. If you're learning something about communication and the need to be an active listener, even in communication, please remember to give a thumbs. And thank you for those who are commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the love emojis. I see them. I take them. That is so encouraging. Thank you so much. Yeah, so communication is key. And we have said that there are three aspects today we are looking at. And we are saying your communication must, one, be building up, not destroying. Your communication must fit the occasion. You must know, who are you talking to? Yeah? And know, does this message fit to these people? Yeah? And number three, your communication or your talk, your words must be graceful to those who listen to you. It must be graceful. And we are thinking about, I was just talking about the aspect of active listening. And people who are gifted in such a way that they don't talk too much, but they are good listeners. They will give you an ear to hear. You can talk. And I think most of, especially those people who have been trained, like to mentor or to talk to people going through hard situations, like psychologists, I believe one of the aspects is that they must be active listeners. They must listen, because it's not about the much words you say, but just listening. I understand, and I have heard this from people who have gone through like loss, like grieving. And people say, sometimes we don't even want to hear much. We want you just to give us your ear. There are people who are like, just be here. Let me talk. Just give me your ears. Don't even comment anything. Don't give me your advice. Just give me your ears. Active listeners. Because sometimes we might think that we are talking to encourage, but it doesn't even make sense to those who are listening. So another good aspect of communication is that we must learn the art of active listening. We must be good listeners. Yes. Yes, so we are thinking about communication. We are thinking about words. Yeah. Proverbs 12:25. An anxious heart, a worrying heart, weighs a man down Yeah, have you ever been worried? Yes. Yeah. Have you ever been anxious? Oh yes. That heart which is worried, anxious, it weighs a man's heart down. Yeah. But a kind word, a graceful word makes him glad. Listen, communication can do wonders when you do it the right way. Yani, if you use your words carefully, they can make someone glad. They can make someone happy. They can bring someone to life. A kind word. A graceful word. Unfortunately, let me tell you guys, listen to this. What I have realized in this world, I don't know why many people are so prone to wanting to hear people who talk very bad language. I have no idea why. Like, we just like to hear bad language. Instead of good, instead of words or language that can build. Most of the time, we will follow up with the people who talk unkind language. That is the world we are in. Yeah. We will be there to hear and to follow more people who like caring and gossiping other people. That is the world we are, unfortunately. I don't know why, but our ears, instead of wanting to hear graceful words, words that are building, words that are encouraging, most of the time, people will tend to follow up with words that destroy, words that are not kind. That is the world we are. But let me tell you, a graceful word, a kind word makes a heart glad. It is healthy to the bones. Yani, if your bones are aching and you don't know why, if someone will come and tell you very good words, you will come back to life. You will come back to life. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. This is Wanjiro USA again. I have to let you know I am so glad that you are here in this live today. Yeah, this is where we talk about positivity. We say positivity is a choice. You have to choose to remain positive. You have to choose to be hopeful, to be positive, to be kind. You have to choose. You have to choose to live such kind of a lifestyle. Amen. And you have to choose to spread positivity, positive vibes instead of negativity. Yes. Is your word fit for the occasion? Always. Is it fit for the occasion? Is it building? Is it graceful to those who are going to hear? Because some words, do you know there are people who talk and when you hear that talk, you are like, I don't want even anyone else to hear what I'm listening to. That is when you know that whatever is being spoken is not good. If whatever is being spoken and said, it's a language you're like, I don't want even anyone allowed me to know that I'm listening to this. That's how you know that the words that are coming out there, it's not good. It's not building. It's not. Yes. Yeah, how do you know? Yeah, if something that is being talked about is not very nice for anyone allowed you to listen to it and to hear, then you know this is not good. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here again. This is Wanjiro USA, your platform number 1. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and joining this family. This is a safe space where we talk about positivity. I inspire, I talk to encourage, I talk to build up, and that is my goal, because I mean, there are so many things that we can talk about, but I choose to remain more positive. I choose to remain more positive, and I know that is the best thing for me. Yes, so we are saying that an anxious heart weighs a man down, but a kind word makes him glad. Eh? You know how you feel glad, how you feel happy when you're appreciated, when you're praised, when you're told well done, when somebody says, you know what, you are wonderful. Those words, they mean a lot, because a kind word, it does what? It makes someone happy, it makes someone glad. So we must be very diligent in our communicating. We must always ask ourselves, whatever we are talking about, is it graceful for the ears of the hearers? Yes, for the ears of the hearers. Can you imagine ear, and hearer? So the ears are for hearing. Yes. Is it graceful for the ears of the hearers? Whatever you're talking about. Yeah, so we are thinking about communication and words that we use. Very key, very important. Thank you for being in this live. Thank you, dear viewer. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing this video, because you will make it possible to reach as many people as possible. If you're getting something, if you're learning something as I continue to learn, you know, one thing that I have learned so far is that I need to continue to be a good listener. I need to listen more instead of talk more. Of course, for now, I have to talk because I have to keep you engaged. But I look forward when you can talk more here as well. Yeah? Make sure you write something down there. You know, say something. Say something. Say something. Yeah, that will be grateful. So we are thinking about communication. Thank you for being here. And thank you for commenting. Thank you for saying something. So what do you think? What's your take about communication? What's your take about use of words? Yes. Let your speech, your talk, always be gracious, seasoned with salt. Yeah? Can you hear that? Yani, your speech, your talk must be gracious, must be... What is the work of salt? Can you imagine food with no salt? Food with no salt has no flavor. We need salt in our food to give it flavor. Huh? So you can imagine food with no salt. It has no flavor. And so our words must also have flavor. Our words, our communication must have flavor. Just as you use salt in your food to bring that flavor, that good taste, the words that you use must be tasteful. If that is the right way to put it, the words that we use must be tasteful to those who get them. Yes, so let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each person. Very important. So if your words are not gracious, if they are tasteless, they may be destructive instead of building. And so our words must be gracious. They must be seasoned with salt so that you know how you ought to answer each person. Can you imagine how many relationships are destroyed by bad communication? How many? You know, there's a way you can communicate with someone and you realize instead of getting the right reciprocity, like getting back the right answer, it's like you have started a fight. Have you ever seen people fighting? Where does it begin? Surely, where does quarreling begin and fighting begins? Mostly from the mouth, from the way we talk. It always starts there. So your word can stir a fight, or it can bring peace. Your words. That's why your words must be seasoned with salt, so that you know how you ought to answer each person. Yeah? Your words. Very important. Very important. Yes, very important. Our words, communication, and the words we use. Yeah? So that you know how you ought to answer each person. Because most of the fights, the quarreling moments, where do they begin? They all begin from how we talk. How we talk. Yeah. So we have to guard our words. We have to think before even we talk. We have to give it a thought, like, what am I going to say about this situation? Because you may answer in a certain way, and instead of bringing happiness, bringing solution, you make it worse. Your words. Yes. So welcome again. This is Wanjilo, USA. Yes. Welcome to my platform. Yes, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. This is your platform number one. We say positivity is a choice. Positive vibes all the way. We cannot talk about positive vibes. We cannot talk about positivity without mentioning about communication. Communication is key. And communication can either build good relationships or destroy them. Yeah? As parents with their kids, how you communicate, it can bring you, parents and kids, together, or it can separate them. Siblings, they can come closer together through communication, or they can move far from each other, through communication. So communication, it either builds or destroys. And so we are running today our communication. We need always to ask ourselves, before even I talk, is my talk building or is it destroying? Yes. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much. Now, I have another point here. You know, the death and life, they lie where? In the words of our mouths. That is from Proverbs 18:21. I love the book of Proverbs because it really advises. It has a lot of advices. Death and life, they lie on the words of our mouths. And those who love it will eat its fruit. So you can either speak life or you can speak death. That is what it means. Using your words. Your words can bless, your words can curse, based on whoever you're talking to. You know, our words are very powerful. That's why we need always to be cautious before we open our mouth. We need to be careful. How are you talking? Because your words, they carry life or they carry death. That's it. Your words are powerful. We cannot despise that fact that your words are powerful. If you have, like for parents who have kids, you know how you talk to your kids. That alone will determine, are you speaking life or death through your words upon your children? Your words are powerful because it's either they speak life or they speak death. Can you imagine if you're mentoring someone, eh? If you're mentoring someone, if you're talking to someone, and then you're telling them, you know, you're good for nothing. Let's weigh that word, you're good for nothing. Let me tell you, that person may take that. And you know, people, or I think our hearts really tend to keep mostly wrong things. I don't know, but our hearts sometimes most of the time, we get to attract the bad things said to us than the mostly good things. So people tend to keep and to harbor the bad things more than even the light words. That's why we should weigh our words. Why? Because, I mean, it's a matter of life and death. Yes. Are you speaking life? Are you speaking death? Yeah? Using your mouth. Are you blessing or are you cursing? You know? Because it matters a lot. Whatever comes out of your mouth. Yes, whatever comes out of your mouth. I read another day, and actually that's a story I shared today with the children in our church today. From the book of, if you read the book of Numbers 22 through 24, it talks about a story there of Balaam and King Balak. King Balak and Balaam is a story. And King Balak was so scared when he saw the children of Israel like coming to their land, the land of Moabites. And he got scared and he thought, oh, these people gonna come and just take over. So King Balak consulted Balaam and told Balaam, you know what? Because you're good in divination and in speaking, just come and curse these people for me. Come and curse them for me so that I'll be able to defeat them. Come and curse them. I mean, that story, really, the best part I love about it is Balaam had to consult God and ask God, you know, King Balak want me to curse these children of Israel. What do you say? And then God told Balaam, you know what? You cannot curse the children of Israel because they are blessed. And whatever I have blessed, no one can curse. Anyway, that is encouraging. Yeah? That is encouraging bit of this life. That if you're blessed of God, you cannot be cursed. Even if someone opened their mouth to curse you, they cannot curse you. That curse cannot stick on you. It can't. It can't stick on you if you're blessed of the Lord. Yes. And I think I like that bait. I like that bait. Not every curse can have a place to stop. It matters. If you're blessed of God, you are uncursable. Even if someone opened their mouth to curse you, that will not stick. And so Balaam, he was told, you know what? Those people are blessed. You cannot curse them. So just say whatever I'll tell you. Bless them. And he did bless the children of Israel 3 times. Until Balaam was like, go your way. Because I called you to curse these people. And you decided to speak blessing upon their lives. Can you imagine? Anyway, the best bit of encouragement is this. Even as we think about communication, and the words that come out of our mouth. Yeah, if you're blessed of God, no curse can stand on you. No evil word can be on you. No evil word, no. Yeah? If you're blessed of the Lord, no utterance can stick. No bad utterance can be on you. I think that is the best encouraging part of this life. Just to know that if I am blessed, no bad utterance, no bad word, no curse can stick on me. Yes, nothing bad when you're blessed of the Lord. Yes. Yeah. So we should not be always like scared. You know, there are people who get really scared, and they are like thinking, who is going to bewitch me? Who has bewitched me? Who has cursed me? Unless you allow yourself, you can always communicate to your Father, our Heavenly Father. And our Heavenly Father, if He commands a blessing on you, you are uncursable. Yes, you are uncursable. Yes. If the Heavenly Father opens a good word on your life, no matter who comes, no matter the witch, you will be uncursable. Yes. So that is the best part of this life. Yes. Because that story from Numbers 22 through 24, it's a very captivating story I read. And I'm like, oh my goodness, if God has blessed you, let me tell you, it doesn't matter whoever witch or whoever sorcerer or whoever stands to curse you, they will not be able to curse you. Yes, because you're blessed. Yes, today we are talking about communication and words of our mouth. Yes. Are they building? Are they fit for the occasion? Are they graceful to the hearers? Very key. Positive vibes or the way. This is Wanjiro USA. Again, your platform number 1. Please remember to like, to share, to subscribe to this channel. This is a safe space. We like talking positivity because in this world, I mean, there's so much negativity. There's so much negativity. We cannot always focus on the negative until when? Let's focus on something that is inspiring, something that is motivational, something that will build us. Why? I always believe life is very short. It's not that long. Life is short. We are not going to be in this world forever. We are just here for a time. I mean, we are just here for a time. And as we are here for a time, what impact do we want to leave? And especially this era of social media we are living, where every person can be able to take their phone like I have done now and come and to live to talk. And the message moves very fast because it's on social media. What legacy will you leave on social media? Yes, what legacy will you leave on social media? Generations to come, before Jesus Christ come back. Generation to come, what legacy will you leave in this social media? When people look back on someone who was talking on social media, like today, Wanjiro USA, what will I leave behind? I think that is something that we need to take out of this. What will you leave behind? What legacy will you leave behind if you are one like me who want to talk on social media? When generation look back and we always say, internet does not forget. Now we are talking of AI. AI does not forget. AI, you put something here, AI is interpreting for you what you are thinking. Almost, Where? AI, what legacy will you leave behind? What legacy will you leave behind? Yes. And because the internet does not forget, what words will you leave behind? And because internet will not forget, what communication will you leave behind? Yeah, it is not just now, but I believe this video that I'm doing here will be watched by generations to come. Yes, so what will I leave behind? It matters a lot. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I may not be very famous. I may not be getting so many followers because of the kind of maybe of content that I'm doing. But one thing I know, whatever I'm talking about, I would not be ashamed for generation to come to hear what I was talking about today. Yes. So what legacy am I leaving today through the words that are coming out of my mouth? What legacy? Yeah? When I'm not here in this world one day, what will I leave behind? Will people listen to what I was talking today and say, oh yes, that woman said something constructive. That woman did not destroy. What legacy are we leaving behind on social media platform through our communication, through the words of our mouths? Very key. Yes. You know, the book of Proverbs is just an interesting book. Always. Proverbs 24:26. An honest answer is like a kiss on the lips. An honest answer is like a kiss on the lips. An honest answer. A kind answer. Yani it is good as that. Yeah? It is as good as that. It's like a kiss on the lips. Yeah? An honest answer. What about a dishonest answer? What is it? What about unkind word? What is it? You know? Proverbs 12:22. The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in men who are truthful. Truthful men, where are you? Truthful men, how are you? People who talk. I mean, I think for me, tonight's highlight is this. For me, even as I come to end this life, I normally go for 1 hour. And especially when I realize people are not really communicating a lot here, I'm talking alone here. If you want to, contribute something, add a comment. Please, chat is here. An honest answer. A kind answer. We have told it is just like a kiss on the lips. It is very nice. Remember we talked about words being a sweet, present word, present. Present words being as sweet as honeycomb. Words have got power. Words have got life and death. So when we think about communication, when we think about life, I can't stop thinking about what legacy I'm going to leave. Yes, even when I'm not here, what legacy will I leave on social media? Now that I wanted to communicate. I'm not famous. For sure, I'm not. I have very few followers, not many. I have few subscribers, not many. But I'm happy for the few I have. And I'm happy for those who come and subscribe and say, you know what, we are happy for being here. Yes. But there are many who watch my videos, even later. They watch. So what legacy will I leave out here on social media? Very important. Communication. Present word. Present words. Yes. Oh, yes. James 1:19. Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. Huh? Quick to hear. So that is about active listening. Active listening, guys. Active listening. Very important in communication. You know most relationships come to destruction. Why? Because people are not listening to each other. Everyone want to talk. Everyone want to give their opinion, to give their point of view. It is not bad. But imagine active reasoning. Let everyone be quick to hear. We are not told quick to talk. Be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Be quick to hear, slow to talk, and slow to anger. Yes. Let's take out, we may forget so many other things, but don't forget this. Let everyone be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. That's our highlight and our key point, even as I'm nearing to end this life. Thank you for those who have joined in tonight's topic. Yeah, I hope you have learned something. I hope you're reflecting on something about communication, about the use of present words. Yeah. Yes, yeah, the Sabbath starts at daybreak, 7th day. Gabriel, how are you? Yes. So let everyone be what? Quick to hear, slow to speak, and do what? And slow to anger. Yes, let everyone be that. I'm good, thanks to our maker. Yeah. Oh yeah, so nice to hear you. Thank you for being here. And it has been nice. We have been focusing on communication as a topic, yeah, and the words of our mouth, yeah, and how important it is actually, to be slow to speak and quick to listen. Yeah. There's something that we always say about, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you. That is actually in Psalms 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Let the words of my mouth. So every moment you want to speak, every moment you want to use words, always find out and check out, are your words even acceptable? Yeah, are they acceptable even in the sight of God? Are they acceptable? Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart, that is in Psalms 19 verses 14, be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Can you imagine? Your words, that is another test. Are they even acceptable? We were talking of people who talk, and even when you're trying to listen to them, you are looking aloud because you don't want even anyone to know that you are listening to them. Why? Because their words, they are not gracious. And the psalmist said, actually made a prayer here. It's like a prayer. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart. Because what we meditate in our hearts, most of the time, come out through our mouths. Through our mouths. Whatever is here, it comes out through our mouths. So let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. That is our prayer this time and this moment. I don't know what time it is, wherever you are, and you'll be watching me from, but always weigh the words that come out of your mouth. And this can be your prayer too, as the psalmist said. You know, most of the time, we always think about everything like the word of God, biblical, but technically is what is in your heart and what is going to come out of your mouth. May it be acceptable even to the Lord your God, who is your strength, who is your Redeemer. Yes, this is Wanjiro USA. It has been a great moment to talk with you, to discuss with you, and to share with you technically the topic communication and the words that we use. Yeah. And what legacy will you leave behind? Especially for those who come to social media like me. What legacy are you going to leave behind? Yeah? When you are no longer even in this life. Because the internet does not forget. What legacy will you leave behind? Through the words and the communication you bring out here on social media. Yes. So as I add this, if you want to say something, guys, you can drop your comment there. Thank you for those who have joined us. I want to just make a shout out to Boss Mars. I want to make a shout out to Cynthia, GBE, Alex, yeah, for being here tonight. Yeah, Gabriel, who joined. Yes, thank you for being here. It has been wonderful. If you have not been in this life like the full of it, I would encourage you to look back when it upload and just listen to what we were talking about, you know, how our words ought to be, how our communication ought to be, because our communication matters. It can build, it can destroy. It can build relationships, our relationship with our Maker, our relationship with those who are with us, our relationship with our loved ones. It can build or it can destroy the words of our mouths. We should always consider and ask ourselves, occasion, yeah? Is it graceful for those who will hear? Remember, we should always, our goal should be quick to hear, yeah, slow to speak, and what? And slow to anger. Gabriel says, according to Luke 22:42-43, did the Christ of the New Testament want to die for the Gentile sins? That's a good question. Yeah, you have given me to think about it. You know, me, I'm not a theologian per se. Yeah, I'm not. And again, I'm very careful with the words that I'm gonna speak out. I'm not a theologian. Yeah, but I like sharing what I know, little I know. So that is a good question to think about. Anyone who wanna respond to that question, feel free, you know, to respond to it the right way. I'll be checking according to Luke 22:42-43. Did the Christ of the New Testament want to die for the Gentile sins? That's a good question. I will need to give it a thought. Anyone here who would like to respond to that? That will be great. That will be great. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. That is what? Luke 22. Luke 22. That's from Gabriel. Luke 22, 42. 42 to 43. Let's see. Gabriel is asking me to read it, and I will read it. I will try to read it from NIV. Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done. An angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him. That is a part of what was happening to Christ just before he was crucified, right? And I think this was at the when he was praying. He was praying, yeah. He was praying at the Garden of Gethsemane. Gethsemane, yeah. Before he was taken to go and arraigned before those who are the court, yeah, the Sanhedrin, you know that language, yeah. That was before crucifixion, and this was a prayer that Jesus Christ prayed. So according to Luke 22, did the Christ of the New Testament want to die for the Gentile sin? That's a good question. If me, I was to answer that, he was to die for our sins, but because he still had the human nature in him here, it was hard for him to go through that. That's why he was praying. If it is Father's will, please allow me not to go through this. And I think this one we can relate even in our lives. There are times when we go through issues and you have to go through a very hard situation in this life. You are like, oh God, why did I have to go through this? But you still go through it and you come out. Because it is God's will. And the angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened. So he was strengthened for that. And the same happens to me or you. Whenever you are going through an issue, a very hard issue, God, through his angels, strengthens you to overcome it, to overcome the difficulty you are going through. When Abraham had to sacrifice his son, did he pray for it not to happen? No, I don't know, unless we read. I told you I'm not sure about it. Yeah, guys, I'll be ending this live in the next 5 minutes. I like that Gabriel is here and asking questions, and those are good questions to think about. When Abraham had to sacrifice his son, did he pray for it not to happen? I don't remember anywhere I have read Abraham praying for it not to happen. I don't remember. All I know is that he was specifically following God's instruction. Yes. And when the son Isaac asked him about who is being sacrificed, what did Abraham answer? He said what? He said, God will provide. And indeed, God provided. God works in various ways. I like the questions you're asking. I'm trying to answer them from my own perspective, little knowledge of the Bible that I know. I'm not a theologian. No. Okay. When in the book of Daniel, the 3 Hebrews was thrown in the fire, did they doubt their maker? I like the way you are asking this question one after another. So, Gabriel, I like the questions you're asking. They are just good questions. They are very good questions. Guys, those who are here, please like this video. I just see very few likes. I don't know why. Please, you cannot be here and you are not liking the video. You have to like the video. It's very important. Yes. And I will be adding this in the next 3 minutes. I'll be adding this live because I've been here for over 1 hour. And I'm very grateful for those who have been present here in this live today. I like the questions that Gabriel has asked us tonight. All of us should think about those questions. They are very good questions. Eh? When Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were thrown into the fire, did they doubt their maker? They did not doubt their maker. They did not doubt their maker. Yeah, they did not. They actually said that, yeah, whether our God, whom we know, save us or not, we are not going to bow down. Yes, we are not going to bow down. And I like that. If a prophet does not follow the instruction of the Creator, what is his punishment? I have no idea about that. Unless you give me a Bible verse, I read about that. Yeah. Gabriel. Gabriel. I am trying to see where you are headed, but I respect your questions. I respect your opinion. I respect your belief, and you know, we are just to respect each other beliefs, right? Yes, yes. So thank you so much, brothers and sisters. It has been wonderful being in this life. I'm always happy when I'm able to come to live and share with you the little knowledge that I got. Again, I'm not like I'm a theologian. No, I like sharing more in this platform to inspire, to motivate, to encourage, and to build each other. Yes, I'll look into that. Deuteronomy 18:20. I'll look into that and see what it says. Deuteronomy and what it says. 18:20. I can, yeah. Yeah, 18:20. Thank you so much. Thank you for those who have been here. This is Wanjiro USA, your platform number 1. I talk here to inspire, to motivate, to encourage, and we are going to end our life tonight. Yes, I don't know what time it is from where you are watching me from, but all in all, if you have just joined me, check out on this video, listen to it, share your view, your opinion, the knowledge you have, and let's build each other. Yes, remember always, be slow to speak, be quick to listen, and be slow to anger. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.